Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. How are you? I hope you had a fantastic week, but are as excited as I am for the weekend, because I know I am. I just need a break from work, don't we all? So I've got a super fun Fancy Fold Friday card for you, with it being Friday. But before we get into that, you're going to want to take a screenshot of the next screen. So this is our February hostess code. If you are going to be placing an order under $200, make sure that you use this hostess code to be entered into a draw to win some free hostess product. If you are going to be spending over $200, I highly suggest you don't use this code, because Stampin' Up! Will automatically give you some free product. So there's no point in using my hostess code. One other thing too, before we get into it, I just want to make sure you guys are aware of our starter kit promotion. So we are having a special on the starter kit until the end of February, so you have like 9-ish days to take advantage of this promotion. So our starter kit price is $135. And what does $135 get you? Well, it gets you $165 in product that you get to pick out, so you're automatically getting $30 off. As well, Stampin' Up! Is going to throw in a $30 paper pumpkin kit and all the business supplies that you need to run your business. And then the part of the starter kit that they've added on that is only available again till the end of February is they're going to throw in 5 packs of designer series paper. So this is the paper here. This is on page 18 of the Celebration brochure. So if you have this brochure, make sure you have a look at the paper on this page. This paper is valued at $78, and I can't even purchase it yet. It's going to be in the new annual catalog, which hasn't even come out yet. So it's a great deal. You're going to be saving more than 50% off if you sign up to get the starter kit. As well, I just want to mention, there's no obligation to sell. Stampin' Up! Does not require you to hold workshops or sell to your friends and family. But what they will do if you get the starter kit is they'll give you a 20% off code that you would basically use on every future order. So it's well worth it just for the 20% off, so that you can save on some of your stamping supplies. So before I just want to mention a couple of workshops I've got coming up. So the first workshop I'm having is for new and beginner stampers. We're going to be using the all-inclusive Simply Citrus card kit. This class is going to be on the first Monday of every month at 7:30 p.m. We're going to meet via Zoom to make one card. So if you're interested, contact me and I'll send you out a kit. Your kit will look like this, so you'll get an envelope and all the pieces you need to make one card. You will not need a stamp set or an ink pad, just a pen to be able to write your sentiment. So it's a great class to check out if you're new or you're kind of curious what Stampin' Up! Is about or how my workshops are run. You can attend the class for free, and it'll be no more than 15 minutes, half an hour, just to make a card and go through some of the product. Now I've also got an option for my intermediate to advanced stampers. So I am starting a sort of subscription box for those stampers. So this is called the Stampin' with Lindsay Card Club. The kit, you will have a chance to sign up for each month by the 10th. Each kit will include 2 of each of 3 different designs for 6 cards total, and it'll feature just 1 stamp set, so it won't be a huge commitment. The stamp set is not going to be included in the bundle, but it will be available as an add-on, and that's just because I may have some people that might already have that stamp set, so they don't want to purchase 2 of the same stamp set. But the kit will include a minimum of $20 in free products so that you can make your cards. As well, I'm going to supply with this subscription box a PDF tutorial and instructional video so that you can assemble your cards whenever it works best for you. So if you haven't been able to attend my workshops because you're just not available that day or time, this is a great option for you because you can do it whenever you'd like. There are a couple of membership options to sign up for this subscription. So the first is the to-go membership. It's $50 a month, and it'll include everything you need, including your free product, and it'll be mailed to you by the 25th of the month. So as long as you've signed up by the 10th, I will mail it to you on the 25th. Now if you're looking to save a little bit of money, you could go with the pickup membership option, which is only $40 a month. So you're saving $10, and it's basically the same thing. You'll get the same kit, but instead of me mailing it to you, you would just come pick it up from me, and it'll be again available on the 25th. And just as an additional perk for someone who is a fan of the subscription and gets it for 6 straight months in a row, I'm going to give you a $25 product credit that you can spend on anything you want in the current catalogs, okay? And one other thing before we get going is I just want to mention our Hey Chick and Hey Birthday Chick bundles, because these are not in the catalogs. They are only on this flyer. So Stampin' Up! Has, in the current mini catalog, this cute little stamp set called the Hey Birthday Chick. And they've come out with some dies to go with it. So this bundle, if you get both, you're going to be saving 10%. It's $59.25. And Stampin' Up! Has also brought back the Hey Chick stamp set, which was originally featured in our 2017 Celebration brochure. So they brought the Hey Chick bundle back because it was so popular, and they've also paired it with some dies. So again, you can get both of these at a bundle for 10% off. The price is $60.25 for this. So the benefit of purchasing this bundle before the end of February is then you'd actually get a free Celebration item, because you're going to be spending over $60. On top of it as well, for the month of February, if you purchase either of those bundles or stamp sets, I'm going to throw in a tutorial to show you how to make this fun waterfall card. So how adorable is that? You can use your new stamp set or bundle to make the card. Okay, so I'm just going to set that aside here, and I'll show you the card we're going to be making. So we are going to be using the Butterfly Gala stamp set, and this is it here. So this is in the annual catalog. You'll find it on page 79. The cost of this stamp set is $29, and I'll explain in a moment why I'm telling you what the cost is, okay? This pairs very nicely with our Butterfly Duet Punch. This punch is again in the annual catalog on page 165, and it's $24. And I made this card using the True Love Designer Series paper found on page 11 of the new mini catalog we have right now. And this paper is $15.75. Now the reason why I told you the price of all 3 of these items is because if you were to purchase all 3, you would be spending over $60, and you'd get to pick a free Celebration item. So if you purchase these items right now until the end of February, you can pick one of our free level 1 Celebration items from our brochure. So now I'm going to get into showing you how I make this card. So this is called a tent fold card, and the reason why is because it sort of looks like a tent once you fold it. So it sits like this. It does lay flat, so you can put it in a standard A2 envelope. And I'll just get you the measurements here. So you're going to want a piece of cardstock. So I am using Coastal Cabana cardstock that measures 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches. And then it's scored at 1 7/8, 2 3/8, and 4 1/4. So what you're going to do is first fold it in half. I'm just going to get my bone folder here and burnish my fold line. And then you're going to, on each one of these folds, you're going to fold in. So, or each one of these score lines we've created. So you're going to fold in and open, and then fold in the last one. Just like so. So you're basically folding them all the same way, and that's so that you get this tent shape. Okay? To decorate it, you're going to need some DSP. So again, I've chosen some DSP from the True Love Designer Series paper pack. And you're going to want 2 pieces of Designer Series paper that measure 1 1/4 inch by 5 1/4 inch. You're going to need 1 piece that measures 3/8 of an inch by 5 1/4 inch. And another piece that measures 2.5 inches by 5 1/4 inch. Now I'm going to glue this one down first. And I'm just going to get some of my Stampin' Seal to do that. And flip it over. And get some adhesive on the back. And this piece is going to go on the inside of your card. So you're just going to put it on the inside, on the right. Just like so. Okay. And now this skinny little strip is going to go at the top of your tent fold. So I'm going to do this one next. Just get my seal on there. Oops, glued it to my table. Okay, and I'm just going to stick this one down in the top of my tent. Okay, and then these other pieces that you've cut are going to go on the sides of your tent. Oh, it actually looks like I cut these too short. I wonder if they're not supposed to be 1 1/4. Maybe I got my measurements wrong. Of course that would happen, right? Oh, it's 1 3/4, so I'm ½ inch short. Okay, so I'm going to set these aside. We're going to cut another piece. Bear with me a second and I'll get my paper out here. Here's my True Love Designer Series paper. So I've got this here. Let me get my card back because I threw it on the floor. And get my little cutter out. Okay, so I believe I already cut this at 5 1/4. Yes, I did. So we want, so instead of 1 1/4, you're going to want 1 3/4. Makes much more sense, doesn't it? There we go. You know, you try to prepare things ahead of time, but I guess we all make mistakes, hey? Okay, so again, these are going to measure 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. And so these will just go on the sides of your tent. So, get my stamp and seal going here. Let's put a couple of strips and we're going to line it up on the front of my card. Just like that, and we'll get the other piece going. And then I'm going to show you how I colored my butterflies, because a lot of people ask me how I use our Stampin' Blends, so this is a great video to show you how I use them and how I get the blends to blend, basically, how they live up to their namesake. So there's our card base, that's done. I'm going to set this aside while we do our butterflies. So if you have a look at my card, I'll just hold it up a little closer. You can see the butterflies, the color is blended. It kind of goes from pink to purple. So I'm going to show you how I do this. So I've already got a few butterflies stamped and colored, but I'm going to show you how fun this stamp set is. So our stamps come in the dual stamp, so you don't have to worry about it lining up with your punch because the stamp already lines up, so it's not something you have to worry about. And you're just going to use Memento ink, because whenever you're coloring with our Stampin' Blends, you want to use the Memento ink so that your stamped image does not run. So I'm just going to stamp my dual butterflies down, and then I'm just going to get my chamois and clean off the stamp. And now I also want to do just the little butterfly. And what I like about this stamp is if you just bring it in onto the corner of your Memento, you can get ink on just the little butterfly. And you don't have to worry about having a protective layer down on your workspace. There we go. So I've got 2 little butterflies and a big one. And they need bodies, so I've got my bodies from the stamp set here. I'm just using the Memento ink. We're going to do 1 big one and a couple of small ones. This is the nice thing about our photopolymer stamps, is that you can see right through where you are stamping. So it's super fun, super easy to use. I love these types of stamp sets. Okay, so the colors I'm going to use for our Stampin' Blends are the light and dark Purple Posy, and then the light Flirty Flamingo. So I'm going to start with the light Purple Posy, and I'll start with the big butterfly. And I'm just going to color the whole thing with the light Purple Posy. Just like so. And then I'm going to take the light Flirty Flamingo, and I'm just going to put some pink on the insides of the wings over top of the Purple Posy, just like that. Then I'm going to take the dark and go over the edges of my wings. And you want to do this almost as quickly as you can because you want to work with the ink while it's still wet. Then I'm going to go back with my light purple posy and just go over the center to blend the colors together. So you can see how I've got no lines between the coloring. It's kind of blended together, and that's because I'm working with it while it's wet. Okay, so now I'm just going to do the same things with these little butterflies. Again, using the light purple posy. Actually, speaking of purple posy, so this is one of our in colors from the 2019 to 2021 collection. And you guessed it, because of its name, it is going to be retiring in a couple months. So purple posy, terracotta tile, rococo rose, what else do I have? Pretty peacock and seaside spray. They're all going to be retiring in a couple months. So if you haven't had a chance to get your hands on any of the cardstock or ink for these in colors, you're going to want to get them now because they will be while supplies last. So you might want to stock up, or if you've got the ink pads already, I might suggest getting re-inkers just so that you've got them and you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. So yeah, I highly suggest getting them. I've already stocked up because like I said, it's going to be, as soon as they announce the retiring list, it'll be while supplies last. So okay, so just on our last butterfly here. Sorry, I know it's never fun to watch someone color, or maybe it is. Sometimes it can be satisfying. Our last little guy, and then I'll punch them out. I'll show you how we assemble the card. Okay, perfect. So set those aside, and I'm going to get our punch, and I'll just show you how nicely it lines up. So you just slide your butterflies in, and punch. And see how lovely are they that they just punch out all together, and it's because the stamp, you don't have to worry about lining them up so that the stamp matches the punch because it already does. Get my little butterfly out of there. Okay, and I'm just going to punch out these little guys. That one went flying. He wanted to become real and fly away. Okay, so set that aside and pick up some of these scraps that got punched out. Okay, so here's our butterflies, here's our card base, and I've already taken from the stamp set this cute little stamp that says Hello Beautiful. I've punched it onto, or stamped it onto a piece of Whisper White and then layered it on top of a basic black die cut using the Stitch So Sweetly dies. But you could use anything you want for the sentiment. And to attach the sentiment, you're going to glue it sort of in the middle, but you're only going to want to put glue on the top of your tent. So I'm just going to put a tiny little, so I'm going to get my tiny little strip here, just in the middle to hold down my sentiment. Okay, so that when it pops up, your sentiment kind of moves with your tent. I see Bilkis and Connie has joined me today. Thank you guys so much. And thank you, Connie. It is a super cute card. To attach my butterflies, I'm just going to use some mini dimensionals. And I'll put one, we'll make it the same as the other one. So I'll put one down here. And usually what I do with these butterflies is as soon as I stick it down, then I pull up the wings just to kind of make it a little bit more 3D. We'll put a little guy over here. Again, I'm going to lift his wings once I stick him down so that he's a little bit more 3D. Got another big one. I'll put him up here. See if I can lift his wings up. So we got one wing and the other wing. Hi Kathy, thanks for joining, and thank you. It is a gorgeous card. It's just so happy. It reminds me of summer. After this cold weather that we've had here in Edmonton, I am so grateful it's warming up and it's like summer is in the future. I think we are now closer to summer than we are to winter. Which makes me so happy. I'm just going to keep putting these butterflies down. And now this last butterfly, there is a little bit of a trick to it. So he's going to go on the inside of your card, and I'll just kind of show you with this one. So if I were to open it up, I slide this, and it's like this little butterfly on the inside of my card is going to catch the tint so that it stays popped up. So again, I'm just going to use a dimensional on the back of this little butterfly. And I'm going to put him on the inside of my card, kind of in the bottom right hand corner, and I'm going to pop his wings up a little bit. And now my tent catches. So how cute is that? And I'm just going to lay it flat for now because like I say, I feel like every card needs some sort of bling, and I know it's got butterflies and they're kind of like the bling, but I just need some sparkle. So I'm going to do a cluster of 3 over here. And we'll put one down here because there's kind of nothing down in this corner. And same with this corner, there isn't really anything down there. And just because, we'll throw another one on. Alright, so that's it, guys. That is this super adorable little card. I hope you enjoy. There is lots of room on the inside to write your sentiment. But it's just so pretty and summery and cheerful. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for Fancy Fold Friday with me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day and an absolute